Now that the POE has been completed, we have reached my favorite part, which is the presentation. This is where students do an oral presentation of their entire project in front of their classmates and lecturer. Other lecturers may be present too, depending on how your lecturer feels. Students are expected to create a PowerPoint presentation that will be projected whilst presenting. Now, as I know that some of you may have never used PowerPoint before, I have provided some tips that will give you guidance on how your slides are expected to look. Let us look at them. Number 1, minimize the number of slides. To maintain a clear message and keep your audience attentive and interested, keep the number of slides in your presentation to a minimum. Number 2, choose an audience-friendly font size. The audience must be able to read your slides from a distance. Generally speaking, a font size smaller than 30 might be too difficult for the audience to see. Number 3, keep your slide text simple. You want your audience to listen to you present your information instead of reading the screen. Use bullets or short sentences and try to keep each item in one line. Number 4, use visuals to help express your message. Pictures, charts, graphs, and smart art graphics provide visual cues for your audience to remember. Add meaningful art to complement the text and message on your slides. If the text on your slides explains warehousing, the picture used cannot be of a BMW because the two do not correlate, unless the project is based on BMW's warehouses. Number 5, make labels for charts and graphs understandable. If you will be using charts or graphs in your presentation, use only enough text to make label elements in a chart or graph comprehensible. Number 6, apply subtle, consistent slide backgrounds. Choose an appealing, consistent template or theme that is not too eye-catching. You don't want the background or design to distract from your message. However, you also want to provide a contrast between the background color and text color. The built-in themes in PowerPoint set the contrast between a light background with dark-colored text or a dark background with light-colored text. Number 7, check the spelling and grammar. To earn and maintain the respect of your audience, always check the spelling and grammar in your presentation. This also shows that you have put effort into your presentation. Those are some of the tips that I believe will help you when preparing for your PowerPoint presentation. Students will be judged on a couple of points during the presentation. First and foremost will be the dress code. All group members should be dressed appropriately. I usually like to say, imagine you are invited to a job interview. What would you wear to it? Would you turn up wearing a crop top or low-hanging jeans? Certainly not. Therefore, treat this presentation accordingly. As I have given you a few tips on how the PowerPoint presentation should look, that will also be a contributing factor to the final mark your lecturer gives for the presentation. When presenting, the verbal component focuses on the oral or spoken portion of the presentation, during which aspects such as tone, delivery, language, and audience engagement are assessed. These are some of the things that will be assessed for your presentation. Pro tip: the module manual has a marking rubric that the lecturer will use. Take a look at it when preparing and ensure that you have ticked all the boxes. Students are then required to complete 2 reflective reports. One is a peer evaluation and the second one is a self-reflective report. The first one is fairly easy, used to evaluate each of your group members. The module manual provides an annexure labeled Annexure C on page 21, in which the student must rate their group members on different aspects such as the group members' personal work and group members' work as part of the team. Now, the self-evaluation is a little bit more complex than the peer evaluation, as students are expected to actually write a report instead of rating themselves from 0 to 3. This report should have an introduction as well as a conclusion. The body of the report consists of topics such as skills learned, role in the team, and the impact, where the student evaluates themselves in terms of what skills might have been learned from completing this project. What was their role in the team or the group? This is the section where the student explains their contributions to the group. Were they the person that did most of the research? Were they the people who set up meetings? What exactly did they contribute? Now, these are the questions you have to ask yourself before completing this self-reflective report. On the module manual, there is a guide labeled NXD on page 23 that will assist you in completing the self-evaluation report. Please make sure that the report has covered all topics as per the annexure. Alright guys, unfortunately we have come to the end of the session. In closing, I just want to remind you to ensure that you work hard on this module as much as you work on the others. Students tend to leave things for the last minute and end up submitting subpar work. Use the module manual as your Bible. It has everything that you need and will guide you when completing this project. Try by all means to follow the pacer in the module manual religiously. Sometimes a task may be completed faster than the pacer stipulates. Move on to the next task so that by the time you need to submit it, you have completed it. Consult the lecturer as much as you need to ensure that you are still on the right path. Most importantly, have fun with your group members, respect each other, and work well together. This will ensure a smooth semester and a successful project. With that being said, I would like to wish you the best of luck. I hope that this session was very helpful to you. Until next time, goodbye.